Hey guys, so I'm just coming to you really quick with my video update. Sorry, this was supposed to be done on Saturday, but I didn't get a chance to do it. Just been really busy, just not in the best mood. But anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and just get to all the bad stuff first, and then we can talk about the good, nice, and positive stuff towards the end of the video. So starting off, I had my custody hearing. It was on Friday. And it was a complete and total bust. Number one, my lawyer was not able to show up because he was committed to another case. It was a child abuse case, so it takes precedence over the child support and child custody visitation. All those cases it has precedent over. So he wasn't able to be there. So also, the respondent in the case, being my son's father, was allegedly sick and was unable to show up. So whatever to that too. And because I told you I did have to go to New York for his visit. The visit was originally supposed to be the Wednesday before Thanksgiving to the Saturday after. So about 4 days, 4 nights, 5 days, something like that. Well, because the respondent told me he was going to be unable to bring my son back to Kentucky, I had to shorten the trip in order to be able to accommodate his need for the change. So I told the judge that, I didn't feel comfortable driving by myself, and that's what I would have had to have done if I hadn't left so late, so that I drove with my mother. And pretty much the judge's response to me was, well, it's not your power and your authority to change a court order, and it should have been followed, to the letters. The dates and times were specific, completely ignoring the fact, once again, that the respondent was not going to bring my child back, that I was the one doing all the work. I had to drive, I had to spend my money, I had to miss 5 days of work. She completely blew over that fact and just gave me a responsibility speech and about doing what a court order says. And in the back of my mind, and what I really wanted to say was, you should be glad that the visit even took place, because if it had been up to me and me wanting to be selfish and do what I want to do, the visit never would have taken place to begin with. So me trying to be an accommodating person, trying to make sure that my son gets a chance to see his father, even though his father makes no effort during the week, during the past 8 months that my son has been out of the state of New York, to even see him, to talk to him, to Skype, to do anything. I tried to be the bigger person and the better parent, and once again, it backfired. So on that note, as you can tell, I'm a little bit pissed off about that. Who wouldn't be? But it's such a pain in the ass, and it's such bullshit. And really, I'm just over it. I'm completely over it. So as if that wasn't bad news enough, also this week I had a 0.08 pound gain. So I'm going to show you guys. I'm back to 309.2. So because of that, I'm definitely going to have to reevaluate my December 31st goal, which was to be 295. I don't see that happening. So right now, my goal is going to be 301. So 301 is what I'm gonna go for. That's about another 8 pounds to lose. So 301 by December 31st. That's my goal. I really need to get on it this week. I do blame myself for the weight gain. I was not really watching what I was eating. I wasn't eating as much, but I was eating late. I had a craving for sweets, so I was off the wagon when it comes to that. But really the only good thing about this week, this past few days, we put up our Christmas tree, so the baby was really happy about the tree. Oh wow, that was his reaction. So I actually might put up a video of his reaction to us putting up the Christmas tree. And also he had his Christmas program on Friday, so we got to go to that, and it was lots of fun. He didn't really sing, but he was there. He cried at the end. I think it's just because he was hungry. We tried to get him to eat before we left, but he didn't want to eat. But that's really all that's going on with me. I'm trying not to be too depressing. It's just, I gotta get out of this funk. Like, I'm just really not in a good headspace right now, and haven't been in pretty much since the hearing on Friday. Like, it's just, it's one of those things, you think you're doing the right thing, you're trying to do what's best for your child, and then I really believe it's something like a vendetta that the judge has against me. Because again, I got into a little bit of detail with you guys about it, but I moved out of the state of New York. I could no longer afford to live there. I mean, if any of you know anything about New York City, it's a pretty expensive city. Try living there, making $25,000 a year with a child and paying rent and doing everything by yourself. And at this point, my son's father was not paying child support. So, I mean, you can just imagine that it was a huge struggle, and, I was just tired of working all the time. I was working 6 and 7 days a week. I was doing freelancing. I had a Monday through Friday, 9 to 5-ish kind of job, and I wanted to see my son. I was just tired of it. I was getting tired. It was wearing me out. I looked crazy. I felt crazy. I wasn't giving my son the attention he needed. So being well, at least trying to be a good mother and responsible adult, I decided to move back to Kentucky and to try to get my life together so that I can in turn get his life together. And apparently the judge is not seeing that. I guess she thinks I just moved away to be spiteful and vindictive, but it's hard to be spiteful and vindictive and take away non-custodial visitation rights when the non-custodial parent rarely saw their child anyways. But anyways, I digress. So guys, I'm trying to get back on the wagon this week and lose 2 pounds. So the goal for this week is, the end of this week, 307, preferably 306. And again, by December 31st, no longer is my goal going to be 295. I'm going for 301 because it's a much more attainable goal. And you know, since I've had some little slips and dips here, it makes more sense. But thank you guys for watching. Sorry I was a couple days late with the video, just so much going on. And I was trying not to be a complete and total Debbie Downer when I made this video. But thank you guys for listening, and I look forward to seeing you guys' progress. And see you next week. Bye. Well, see you at the end of this week. Sorry. Bye.